Well guys, it's, believe it or not, almost that time again. Yes, Nintendo Direct speculation is back in the swing. Even though we just had a Direct in June, it's normal to actually have a Direct in September. In fact, Nintendo has had a Direct in September like the last 10 years. Even though, like, I think a couple of years ago we had a partner showcase and stuff. Yeah, that was bad times. We don't talk about that. But yeah, we're approaching September again, even though it felt like it was an extremely short gap. We're probably going to be due for another Nintendo Direct because there's some more games that they have to talk about and also games that they have to, you know, go back over again coming out towards the end of the year, like Super Mario Bros. Wonder. That's a pretty big game. But today we are going to kind of dive into what Nintendo is actually going to do for this September Direct. Now, there are even some inside sources saying yes, they are still hearing that there's going to be a Nintendo Direct in September, and it just kind of makes sense. Also, in this video, I am not going to really talk about a Pro Switch or the next console. I still think it's a little too soon. Even if it is coming out holiday next year, I don't think we're going to hear about anything until the beginning of next year. They have way too many Switch games that they have to release still. So when is the timing of this Direct? Well, they normally happen around Wednesdays. It could happen as early as September 6th, which is a Wednesday, or September 13th, which is actually when Nintendo is releasing the first wave of DLC for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which would kind of make sense as a little shadow drop there. But I believe there's stuff before and after with Gamescom and other like Tokyo events and stuff, so it just like makes sense for the 13th to be right smack dab in the middle, the perfect date for Nintendo. That's what I'm going with. It does make a lot of sense. It's always right around the second week, but okay, let's dive into the good stuff. What exactly are we going to have in this show? Now, real quick, I'm letting you know, do not get your hopes up for incredible announcements and big new surprises all over the place. I honestly doubt we'll get like any new surprises, really. I can only see maybe one or two, but you also have to remember, if Nintendo is gearing up for a big console release at the end of next year and a big, huge 3D Mario is its launch title, they're going to be really putting their eyes on that. And the only thing that we're going to be getting is smaller titles until we lead up to that. So please, do not expect something massive. Mario Wonder might be our last really big title, maybe Princess Peach determining, you know, how big that game's actually going to be. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of stuff that we already know, which isn't a bad thing because there's so many things that they still need to touch on and give us more information on. So let's dive into that. What are the things that we know? Obviously, Mario Wonder comes out October 20th, and it's going to be the highlight. It's probably going to have like 4 or 5 minutes discussing the game, maybe more playable characters, showing more of the levels and transformations and items, and getting people excited for the game because it literally comes out in the middle of October. We're almost already in September. This game is almost already out, guys. This is crazy. So they're definitely going to make that one of the bigger highlights. Wario Move It is coming out November 3rd. It's probably going to have some small info, probably like 1 to 2 minutes, just kind of talking about the game, showing some more mini games, and kind of showing how you could probably play with, you know, your friends and family and co-op local play, which is always like a big thing for the WarioWare games. Something really small though. Mario RPG comes out November 17th, just a couple weeks later, which is a little weird, that spacing, but it's probably gonna have some medium info. I think it's gonna have more than normal. They're probably gonna dive into like what Mario RPG is, because it's a very old game. A lot of fans nowadays might not know what this game is, so they're gonna like kind of make it seem like we're dumb and like, this is how you play, this is what you do, this is the point of the game, which is weird because it's just a remake of an old game, a remaster of an old game. So yeah, Splatoon 3 DLC trailer has to happen. Like, it just feels so weird that it's so quiet. We just got news on the brand new season, nothing on the DLC. So I'm pretty sure that's being saved for this Direct. It's probably even going to be a, not necessarily shadow drop, but maybe releasing towards the end of that week or maybe the next week. Definitely something for September, because there's really nothing for September besides like the physical release of Pikmin 1 and 2. So something has to happen with the Splatoon 3 DLC. It will be a year since the game actually released. I don't see them going into next year still not releasing this thing, unless they just want to purposely wait because they don't have a lot outside of Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon, and Princess Peach for next year. So who knows? No shot to me that they wait that long, but we're getting Splatoon something. Next up, I think we get a glimpse into a character and track for Wave 6. It'll be incredibly small, like 30 seconds like they normally do. Show one track, show one character, which is weird because I'm pretty sure we know what all the last of the Tour, Nitro, and City tracks are. I don't think there's any like new surprising tracks, so it's going to be something that we are already expecting. The only big surprise, I guess, would be a character, even though we can probably even predict that, like Pauline or Diddy Kong probably, maybe even Funky Kong. But we are going to see at least just one track and then one character, and then they'll show more of this later because it feels like we just got the last wave. So Wave 6 it's still going to be a little ways away towards the winter time, probably another 2 or 3 months even. So yeah, maybe just something because they have to. Who knows? Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon is going to get some small info. I don't think there's much you can say because all they did was up-res it. Like, they didn't even like rework it or anything. It's not even a remake or even, is it even like a remaster? It's just literally up-resed for the Switch. So, I mean, even watching the trailer, I couldn't really tell it was for the Switch at first, and I actually had to go back after someone told me. I didn't know that was actual Switch gameplay. So yeah, maybe just showing some more of this game and why it looks so good, or how, if it looks good, show it, you know? And maybe if they added anything else to the game, I doubt it, but I don't see that being a big deal because it was a 3DS game, so maybe just making it a small segment, maybe a minute to 2 minutes. But yeah, the Princess Peach game, that will be a highlight probably, because it's probably going to be the last kind of big thing before we get ready for the next console next year. It would probably be early next year, probably like late winter, early spring, I would guess. I'm getting like a Yoshi's Woolly World Crafted World vibe from this game. Probably something that's not going to be that big, but something that's interesting and fun to play, but on a smaller scale. I hope it's something huge, like something way bigger than we even think, and you know, we just didn't see anything yet. That normally is how Nintendo goes anyways. The trailer that we got was probably nothing. It's probably just Peach running around a hub world knowing Nintendo. But who knows? We'll see. Hopefully just some more information showing us what this game's going to be like, because it looks very basic right now. I don't want to say like bad. It just looks like nothing's really going on because they didn't show really anything. So we'll see what's happening. But then maybe some more Pokemon DLC trailers. We have the Teal Mask coming September 13th, which would be when I predict this Direct to be. Maybe like a little shadow drop. It's kind of rare for a DLC to drop like that on a Wednesday. This will be like a medium highlight, 1 to 2 minutes, maybe even 3 minutes of them just talking about the DLCs again, showing more trailers for the final DLC. What is it, like Area Zero or something? But the Teal Mask, you know, showing some more of that, shadow dropping it, boom, here it is. It's not really a shadow drop because it already has a release date, but you know what I mean, right after the show. But yeah, with all of those, you'll probably have around a max time of 23, 24 minutes, which is about half the show normally, around 40, 45 minute show. That's about half the show. So yeah, and that's all just things that we know. And that's what I said. There's a lot of stuff, and there's probably even more things that I'm forgetting. All those things is stuff that we know and we just need more information on, and that's why I was telling you, probably not put your expectations super high. Also considering the fact that you'll probably have another extra 10 to 15 minutes on filler and some more third-party information, like more information on Sonic Superstars and stuff. So yeah, that's gonna bump it up to about 39, even 40 minutes, giving only like a couple of minutes, 4 or 5 minutes for maybe 1 or 2 extra announcements. So once again, I don't see there being any other big Switch games being announced here. Like, I don't see there being like a huge game for the beginning of next year that we don't already know. I don't see there being a huge game even for the middle of next year. I think everything is just going to be like maybe another Mario Sports title, maybe a Mario Party, another Mario spin-off, some smaller scale titles, and that's really about it. So yeah, if we do get announcements, expect small. Don't expect anything big. As far as new announcements, like I said, it could be something like a Mario Party for next year, Mario Baseball finally, something along those lines. But these could also happen. Metroid Prime 2 and 3 HD. It's going to be in a pack, very similar to Pikmin 2 and 3, and it'll probably be a shadow drop, and then you have to wait for the physical version. And for physical owners like me, and those of you out there like me, we have to be sad and wait because I'm still not able to pick up Pikmin 1 and 2 until September, which is insane. It's even the end of September. Like, why? I just want to play the games, but I want the physical copies. It's weird. I don't know. Then there's these rumors that there's something Zelda happening, and I don't see this happening, but apparently it's something that's not Tears of the Kingdom related, which could happen. So instantly, I think all of our minds goes to the CD games. No, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, definitely. I mean, like, come on, they're on the Wii U. They already look great. Just put them on the Switch. Put them in like a dual pack. Same thing with Metroid Prime 2 and 3. Same thing with Pikmin 2, 3, or 1 and 2. I'm getting all over the place. But yeah, I don't think Tears of the Kingdom is getting DLC. I just don't think it's happening. I think they're just moving on with Zelda, moving on to the next, you know, game and world with Zelda. So yeah. And then the only other thing I think could happen is maybe another surprise GameCube game coming back, like maybe Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, F-Zero. Those were some leaks and rumors. Something, you know, small still. Nothing that's going to really make people lose their mind, nothing super huge and stuff. And that's really about it for the show. I think even that, though, is going to make for a really good show because, you know, we can't expect something huge with all these leaks telling us that there is a new console coming next year. Now, if they do come out and say, like, the next Smash Brothers game's coming to Switch, then there's a problem. Like, we're like, whoa, what is going on here? Where's this next console? So, hopefully, it is going to be a good show, even with this little bit of information, like more on just smaller stuff, info that we already know. I still think it could be a fun, really entertaining, really good direct if they pace it right. And there's still some stuff that we really want to know. A lot of people want to know more about Mario Wonder, myself included. A lot of people want to know more about that Peach game. A lot of people want to see this freaking Splatoon 3 DLC. There's a lot of stuff on the table. So we're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer, and September is almost here, guys. But let me know in the comments down below what else you think we could get. Are there any more big surprises that you're hoping for or wishing to see? Any other games that I didn't bring up that you want to see? Let me know in the comments down below, and make sure you stop what you're doing real quick. Leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Nintendo. It really helps out more than you think. We are so close to 250,000 subscribers, our goal, so you can make that happen right now by just leaving a like and subscribing. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you all on the next one. See you guys.